Hi, Gemini. This is Angel Aura Divination, and I'm here to give the sign of Gemini their mid-June 2021 tarot reading. It's a tarot and oracle message, and it's really timeless, but it is what it is. Time is an illusion, but also time is a very large factor in the lives of many individuals on this planet and in this existence at this time. So let's use it while we can, right? Anyway, this is going to be a mixed tarot and oracle message where I'm going to be using the energy oracle. I'm also going to be using the star tarot to get some further messages from the cards that I see and the messages that I see out of the energy oracle. This is an intuitive reading, and then I'm also using the Morgan Greer tarot to get you some further messages. I love the star tarot. It's a new deck. I just got it. They're all linked in the collective readings description. So if you go to the collective reading, you'll be getting a lot of the information about the topics that I'm going over in this reading, the general energies that are affecting everyone at this time. And these might even relate to astrology. So if you are an astrologer or you are interested in astrology, I would definitely suggest looking into that before you're going to look into the collective reading, because some of the same things might be coming up, especially for the collective that watch my channel. I always suggest going to look at the collective reading that I post before I post a series of zodiac tarot scopes. So let's get into your reading though, Gemini. I'm sorry, I don't know if I called you Taurus. I'm trying not to call you Taurus because I'm still stuck in this Taurus mindset. Even though I've shuffled the cards and I've cleansed the energy in the room, it's still just very Taurus-y. I think that energy was just very strong. Anyway, so what we have for you starting out is the garden and the gate. This is the 30 reducing to a 3. So you are in a state of abundance, but it's almost kind of like you're in a caged abundance kind of feeling, where what you have going on is also being kind of restricted. You're in this pretty little bubble of energy right now, of protection. Your guides are with you here, but it's kind of like you're limiting yourself. You're feeling self-limited in your energy, and it's kind of like sitting in that pretty little space, being secluded in your comfort zone, and energy like that that's really kind of holding you back from taking further steps on your journey. I think ultimately though that if you were to choose to open the gate and step outside of the garden, you would ultimately have more experiences, but it's kind of like they wouldn't be as nice. And so I understand why you're kind of secluded in that little comfort zone bubble that you're in right now, Gemini, but that does not mean that you can't come out of it if you do want to go on this further journey with spirituality. And maybe there are lessons in this comfort zone that you are still learning about, so don't feel too bad about it if you're not willing to come out of it. Yep. And then the star tarot, the card that came out for you was the Hermit. This is all about that inner journey, that personal journey. It's not even about the comfort zone, it's more about the bubble of isolation that you have around yourself at this time. I'm seeing with the star tarot's input on your oracle card. I think ultimately though, you might even be trying to heal your inner child or go through a journey through the soul is what they're saying. That's what the message is being channeled. And it's kind of like coming of age story for you. You might even be watching a lot of movies or a lot of TV shows about coming of age, where it's like these big life lesson themes are really happening for you in your life, and those are resonating for you a lot right now on a deep level. We also have the owl symbolism in the Hermit. The owl is all about that ancient wisdom, that long-lived wisdom. The owls are also about, mastery in its own self, because owls are flightless. They're not flightless birds. They're birds of prey, but they fly silently. They've mastered their flight patterns enough to where they can hunt silently and catch any prey that they want because they're able to. They're also super intimidating. So a lot of your journey right now might also be about like reaching your goals or going after things that you have been trying to manifest in a fierce manner. And it's almost kind of like that predatory energy of, I'm going to go after what I want and I'm going to do what I want. I definitely think you're stepping out of the gate here, and you're stepping out of the garden, and you're going to take those paths that are a little less pretty but a little bit more fulfilling ultimately. So let's get some Morgan Greer tarot cards out to get some more information about the garden and the gate energy for you. Okay, we already got 5 cards. We have 6 cards out. We have the Hermit emphasizing that personal journey energy that you're going through right now, that comfort zone bubble that you're in right now. Gemini, you're coming out of it. You're getting out of the comfort zone so that you can awaken yourself on the spiritual journey that you choose to have for yourself. We do have some pretty negative cards coming out, I am going to say, but there's a rainbow at the end of the storm, right? We have the Five of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles. So there are endings happening in your life right now. I'm getting that this is more of a spiritual energy of you leaving out situations that don't serve you, cutting communication with people that you don't want to talk to or don't want to hear from anymore. Really cutting out people with a lack mindset, especially when they put their lack mindset onto you and really tell you what you need to be doing and how you need to be behaving and functioning within your own life. I think ultimately that you're moving into this energy of really removing karma with the Tower here. The Tower is all about the removal of karma by the universe, but I think that you're working with your own divine, abundant, I am the universe energy to really remove karma from yourself. You are cutting out these karmic relationships right now. And even if you have to move alone, you're going to move alone in abundance, which is leading me right into this next card, which is the Nine of Pentacles. But let me talk to you about the Nine of Wands first. You are also okay, so I'm looking at the numbers right now. You have two fives here. You have two fives here with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, and then you have two nines here with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. And even if you are, somewhat defensive in the energy, you have something that you need to protect. And that's something that we talked about in the collective reading a lot, is that there is something that needs to be protected. What you're manifesting right now needs to be protected, to the point that you might even be isolating yourself right now. But you're going through this stage of understanding what it is you need to master, understanding your own spirituality, understanding how you are your own celestial being, and that you are ready to be who you need to be for yourself before you can be that for other people. There is a lot of abundance in the activities that you are partaking in right now, especially if you are opening up your own business or if you're making a hobby into your own business. Gemini, this is going to be very much supported for you. But you're still carrying some of the burdens of the past, I think, with this Nine of Wands energy here. I think ultimately that there is a lot that you do need to defend. There are a lot of manifestations that you have, and right now I heard the expression spinning a lot of plates. You're spinning a lot of plates right now. You're trying not to drop any of them, and that actually kind of makes sense with the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, because the Pentacles would be plates and the Wands would be the little sticks that you spin them on. I think that's a very interesting analogy that they're giving to me, and it's really speaking to me also about a performance. And so it's kind of like you might even be performatively isolated, where you're setting yourself apart because you might want to feel special, but it's like you're not. It might look that way to others, but that's not necessarily what it is. It's really that you're going on this spiritual journey and you're understanding that karma and karmic relationships, meaning relationships where you're only there to learn a lesson, or you're only having those relationships for, the ease of convenience of having those relationships instead of stepping out of your comfort zone, are ultimately not going to serve you. You're stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of the gate, out of the little pretty bubble that the garden and the gate represents with the 3 here, and stepping into divinity, which is leading me right into the next card that I have for you from the Energy Oracle, which would be the Door to Romance. This is a 30. And then this is a 33. This is the 333 for you right here. You might be seeing 333 synchronicities for you right here. 33, I believe, is a master number, but 33 also reduces down to 6. And 333 reduces down to 9. And we were just talking about the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. I wouldn't be surprised if more 9 tarot cards came out. 33 also adds up to a 6, and 6 is all about divinity as well. 6 is about divine union. So if you are looking for a relationship at this time, that might benefit you to be a little bit more open to what the universe has to offer you, as opposed to what, the internet has to offer you, or to what society has to offer you, or things like that. Be more open with the possibilities of what relationships might have for you in the future, Gemini. Okay, and so the next card that we have out for you from the Star Tarot is the Ace of Wands. This is going to be a new beginning, a passionate new beginning for you. You're connecting to the universe here, and you're really spreading your wings. I see a lot of new beginnings. Let's count these. I see a lot of new beginnings for you, and I think that you're going to be, there's going to be a lot of options for you as you connect to your intuition to really muster up the energy to have these new beginnings pop up for you. I feel like you're opening up a lot of possibilities for yourself in this movement. You're cutting off situations and people that don't serve you so that you can have better for yourself. And you're stepping through this portal of the Door to Romance into love, into this energy of love. Your heart chakra is opening. You're connecting to your guides on a high level to manifest love, romance, and relationships into your life. And this is a very much also a rooted energy for you at this time, where you're connecting to your root chakra and your heart chakra to open this portal of love for yourself. So let's see what the Morgan Greer Tarot has to say about it. So the first two cards that I see is the Two of Cups and the Eight of, what is this? The Eight of Pentacles, where you're doing the spiritual work to have a soulmate relationship come into your life. And that's what the Ace of Wands is really representing, is you're opening up to new possibilities with the spiritual work that you're doing with the Eight of Pentacles here. And then you're going to have those emotional connections that you desire with the Two of Cups here. And this is great energy to be in. The next two cards that I have out for you from the Morgan Greer Tarot is the World and the King of Pentacles. They were on the bottom of the deck, and they popped out as I picked the deck up. This means that cycles are going to be ending for you, but you're also beginning on a new phase and a new journey where you're going to have a lot more mastery in your own wealth, especially when this comes to material abundance. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here. You might be focused a lot on work right now, but this message seems to be more about spirituality and romance for you. I think ultimately that your abundance is going to lead to, like, your journey to abundance is going to be great, and you are going to have a lot of spiritual leveling up to do once you really deeply connect to what it is you're supposed to be doing on the spiritual terms in work. So that means that you're going to be doing some kind of light work, possibly, not necessarily that you're going to be a light worker, but that the work that you're doing in the future and that you're moving towards is going to be work that is meant for you. It's going to be your soul mission, so to speak. And I think ultimately you're going from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles directly to the King, and which to me means that you're headed towards the Ten of Pentacles as well, because the King would already have the Ten of Pentacles. But also this could be a relationship between two individuals where they work together, and they work together so well that their material work feels like spiritual work as well, Gemini. So if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to get. With the World here, I think that you're ending some cycles in your life so that you can have some new beginnings. And I think that you're also combining the masculine and feminine energies within yourself so that you can also have them without yourself, meaning that you're coming into a greater awareness of the energies of your higher self, because you're not focused on the masculine and feminine, which is interesting because on the bottom of the Energy Oracle deck right now we have the Yin Yang card, and this is not the advice card since it's on the bottom of the deck. Normally I was doing that before, but I'm not going to be doing that with these readings. The next two cards that we have out for you for Door to Romance is the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, and that's exactly what I was talking about from the Morgan Greer Tarot, where you're walking away from things that no longer serve you, toxic connections, karmic connections, situations where you were not being heard, situations where you were not being emotionally nourished, situations where you were possibly even being emotionally manipulated with the Eight of Cups here, and you're moving into a new passionate beginning with romance, with your emotions, with the Ace of Cups here being supported by the Ace of Wands from the Star Tarot. This is a new beginning on an emotional front, and this is connected to your divinity as well. So if you are not in a romantic situation, or you're not seeing that for your future, this is all about spirituality, where you're connecting to your heart chakra and your root chakra to have a new spiritual beginning for yourself right now, Gemini. And this is going to affect your abundance, where you're going to come into that Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles energy, where you're working for your abundance, and you're going to have so much that you can share it with others. It's going to be affecting your wallet. It's going to be affecting your life. It's going to be affecting your materials. The law of attraction is on your side right now because you're doing the work. You're stepping out of your comfort zone to do the work and really find what it is that's going to satisfy your heart space, and really pulling all that into you. You might even be doing rituals where you're doing like a love ritual, but instead of doing the love ritual for love, you're doing the love ritual with the love of money, with the love of abundance, with the love of materials. You know, you might even be utilizing those herbs that a lot of people use, like in magic and stuff like that, and utilizing those herbs to bring in money. My suggestion, I always like to keep a couple of, what are they called? Bay leaves. I keep a couple in my wallet. A lot of people put bay leaves in their wallets, their purses. I also keep a couple of bay leaves in my my little piggy bank that I keep my change in, because I want to attract money in. And you know, all leaves are green, so always beware of the plants that you use for your spiritual practice, because there are a lot of plants that are toxic, even house plants. But plants, keep greenery around you. Start working in your garden. Start manifesting that grounded, true abundance and that true wealth. Put your hands in the soil and really connect to these plants and ask them, bring me abundance at this time. You might even find that you're going through your own type of meditation with your house plants. That's something that I've been through as well. I do that a lot. I love to meditate with my plants. I love to connect with them. I love to ask them for things. Your plants can work as your intermediaries between you and your spirit guides if you choose to have them do that for you. Houseplants are also great to attract money. I have a Chinese money plant, also known as a pilea, in my room. There's also money trees, and there's a couple of other species of plant that also attract money into your life. And I'm not talking about herbs, but you can also utilize herbs. There's a lot of herbs that you can use, and you know what? Most herbs, if it's green, it can be for money, and if it's green, it can also be about the heart chakra. Be creative with your experience, with your spiritual practice. Do your research on those topics as well, though. The next energy oracle card that we have is contract. This is a 6. Resonating with the vibration of 6, which is interesting because we also have the 33 in the door to romance resonating with the vibration of 6. So you might even be moving into a marriage situation. It might move very quickly for you, and it would be surprising to others, but it won't be surprising to you, especially if that's what you're working to manifest. If that's not it, you could also be having a work job situation that would involve some kind of personal contract as well. I see the contract card from the energy oracle also being about the Akashic records, where you're connecting deeper to your own spiritual mission on this, in this life, on this journey, to figure out what it is that you need to be doing based on the information that you've gotten from your past lives, which is exactly what the 6 of Swords in the Star Tarot is about to me, connecting to that higher guidance with the past lives. Because you see there are orcas in here, and there's also this orca spirit in the top of the card. You're going on some kind of personal journey, connecting to your higher self, connecting to your deities, connecting to your spirit, connecting to your ancestors, your aliens, your guides. And you're really figuring out that this is about a journey. And it's like, just because you're coming out of your comfort zone with the garden and the gate here, the garden and the gate energy and the hermit energy, you're coming out of your comfort zone, you're still going to be going on a very peaceful journey when you choose to go on this peaceful journey. The individual in this boat here is either, I believe this person is asleep in this kayak or whatever you'd call it. And it's like we have the sun and the moon symbolism in here as well. The orca is also a big part of this 6 of, what is this? The 6 of Swords energy here. And you know, the orca is all about that divine balance of the masculine and feminine, the Tao symbol, the yin yang. It's all about that energy. That's what then, but it's like, it's also about that mastery of going after what it is you want. Because orcas are huge predatory animals. They're dangerous to humans. They're dangerous to other sea life and things like that. And that's because they have this ancient mastery of hunting. Orcas are like the wolves of the sea. They love, they're killer whales. They love hunting, and I associate this card also with ancient wisdom. Whales are such a sacred animal, talking about ancient wisdom, even though I believe orcas are dolphins, which is also interesting because I think orchid is kind of like an intermediary between a dolphin and a whale, besides other cetaceans. I think that's what they're called. Where it's kind of like it has that ancient knowledge of, you know, past civilizations, because dolphins are associated with those galactic civilizations that we believe in, or those ancient civilizations that we believe in. But we also have the, you know, the more modern knowledge and the more modern wisdom of the whales, which, you know, whales are all about wisdom, just like elephants are. And now we have the 6 of Cups coming out for contract. This is a past life relationship between you and this future person that you're coming into contact with. We have the Knight of Swords, we have the 2 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Wands, ultimately meaning that you're coming out of, to me, I see the 8 and the 2 as a 10 of Wands, and I see the Knight of Swords as communication. So you're going to communicate with this person because you want to release the boundaries and release the burdens that you've had in the past about this relationship, whether that's a past life relationship or just a past relationship that you want to have come into the fold in your new cycles. And I think also here that you're going to be wanting to make fast-paced decisions and kind of break free from some of your obligations with the 2 of Wands and the 8 of Wands here working in conjunction. You're going to be communicating with this person very quickly. You're going to be communicating with this person very openly, very fast. You're going to be saying, I think I knew you in a past life. I think that this could be a really beneficial relationship for us, and I want to offer something to you. I want to have a contract with you. You want to move to marriage. You want to talk about, you know, what it is you want in the future. You want to talk about the things that you want to manifest within this relationship, because it's a divine relationship that you're utilizing through your spiritual journey to make something better for yourself and possibly even this person. And that's beautiful energy to be in. I'm going to pull one card for some advice for you, Gemini, and then we're going to get out of here. We have patience. Patience, I believe this card was in the collective reading. If not, then it's been in the other 2 readings that I've done so far, which would be Aries and Taurus. Gemini is 3rd. Patience is all about divine timing. having patience with your guides, having patience with your manifestations. You sent all this energy out into the universe and you got to wait for it to come back. And the waiting energy, it might take years, it might take months, it might take days, it might take hours, but time is a factor here. Divine timing is at play, and you need to be aware of it so that you can work with the divine timing to have what it is you need. And now we have the Hierophant coming to us, talking to us about spiritual mastery. With divine timing and patience, you're working with your guides on a masterful level. Now that you've gone through this spiritual journey, even just listening to this reading, you've come from the Hermit energy, starting the reading, into the Hierophant. So it's kind of like you started out as this loner, going through your personal journey of spirituality all by yourself, and you're coming out on top, a societal leader, an expressionist, somebody who has something to say about the spiritual experiences that they have, to the point that they become a spiritual leader themselves. This person is a master just as much as this person, but it's because of the journey that you've taken and the journey that you're choosing to take through spirituality and with your guides, through divine timing, to have the things that you want to manifest for yourself. If it's a relationship, this relationship is going to be beautiful. I would say that it would be between you and possibly an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But don't be too caught up in the signs. I think it's a lot deeper than that, especially if it's a spiritual union. You could be just balancing out energies right now, because we've seen cards of all the elements come out for this reading. This is a beautiful reading that I have for you, Gemini, and I really hope blessings and good opportunities are coming your way. But besides that, I don't really have anything else. Hopefully this helped you, and I'll see you in your next reading, Gemini. Goodbye.